Welcome to the Legendarium Green Team. I'm your host, Kyptan, and with me today are Befuddled Panda
Hello.
and Mr. Anderson.
Hiya, hiya.
Today, we're going to be discussing the zaddies of science fiction and fantasy. Not familiar with the term? Don't worry, we'll be figuring that out too. This will be a spoiler-free episode, so no need to worry about hearing something you shouldn't. I can't make promises about hearing things you wish you hadn't.
Truth.
So I thought we'd start off with the definition, like every good graduation speech. What is a zaddy? According to Merriam-Webster, the word first gained traction with the release of Ty Dolla $ign's single Zaddy in August 2016. As with most words invented by songs, interpretation varies quite a bit, but in the 8 years since, it's settled into a bit of a vibe check. A zaddy is a man with swag, attraction, charisma, maturity, and least importantly, age. Does that line up with your understandings, panelists?
I do imagine Zaddy as somebody who is older, but I do understand that age is relative. Like, older is relative. So I will give it that age is not as important, but I will be thinking about men who are perceived as older.
Okay.
My impression was that it was more about maturity than actual age.
Okay, yeah.
I agree.
Actually, that's a good point. Maturity. We'll go with that.
In Esquire of 2018, Justin Kirkland cites Zayn Malik as a popular zaddy. So clearly one can be rather young and still gain this status.
I guess. How old is this Justin Kirkland, whatever?
Oh, no, Zayn Malik is the...
No,
I
I
have no
know,
idea how
but
old the
like,
author is.
is
Who
this
knows?
Kirkland dude like, I
Writes
don't
for
know,
Esquire.
12? Okay, fine. I don't think Zayn is a zaddy for me, but sure, whatever.
Justin Kirkland, ice hockey player. No, probably not that one.
You don't think he moonlights as a Esquire, right?
He looks youngish. Okay, 27. He's 27 years old now. He was born in 96. So baby.
He's a bit of a youngin. I think it goes without saying, but I'm just gonna put it out there, like, we're gonna be shallow. Like, that's the point of this episode.
Excuse you, I'm not.
Sure. Okay.
I'm not going to be shallow about book characters. How could I be?
Well, okay. I'm not overthinking this.
But yeah, a lot of this is going to be superficial and subjective, so please take a lot of what we're going to say this episode with heaping tablespoons of salt.
Yes.
Zayn Malik is 31 for the record as of this taping.
So ancient compared to a 27-year-old.
Yes. 30s and
I mean,
20s.
93 versus 96. One of them was born when Windows 95 was out, and one was not.
You know, that is a very good point. Oh my god.
So, let's move on from that. How would you identify a zaddy in text? I would like to pose this to both of you.
Oh, I guess it does, but like how they're described, right? That's the main thing you go off of. Are they described as fashionably dressed? Is there a particular characteristic about the character that is about their maturity, their charisma? And it really comes down to like their interactions with the other characters as well. Are other characters perceiving this person as charismatic? You know, are they perceiving this person as being mature, attractive?
I think the important point is that you have to hit each of those nexi of characterization. So you have to be attractive, you have to be mature, you have to have the charisma to draw people around you, you have to be a bit of a smooth talker, but you can't just be one of those things or like a multiple of them. You have to really be kind of well-rounded.
Yeah, I agree.
And you got to have that bit of uniqueness, that bit of not like other dudes.
I feel like there's like authors of a certain age who start to do like idealized self-inserts. That's kind of like the zaddy, you know?
Is Kavath a daddy?
Wait, is that how you say his name?
Is Kvoth a zaddy? I missaid both of those words in that.
I don't know, because there's not a lot of emphasis, at least based on what I've read, which is just the first book and part of the second book. There wasn't a lot of emphasis on how well he's dressed, right? There's not a lot of like fashion about the men.
I think it actually changes in the second book.
Oh, okay, all right.
He develops a sense of style.
Oh, okay. Well, then I haven't gotten to that part. I gave up before that.
think sometimes you can infer from the characterization how they're dressing.
Okay.
And I thought it would be illuminating to talk about who are the not zaddies of science fiction and fantasy, to give some counterexamples from the Zayn Maliks and the John Hamm,
I mean, Pedro Pascal is the
Pedro
zaddy of the
Pascal,
internet.
yep, and of course our favorite Witcher, Henry Cavill.
Yes. Well,
I was going to tell a joke about the new guy, but I forget what his name was. The new
Liam.
Hemsworth or whatever.
One of the
Yeah.
Hemsworths. Yeah.
Yes.
I see. The thing is, I think he's not a zaddy.
I agree.
Isn't he? I'd say he's like not mature enough. He's
Exactly.
yeah.
I guess there's are they actually mature or do they just look mature? Because I would say I mean I don't know Liam Hemsworth personally, but he just has that baby face look, so he doesn't look mature.
I think goofiness is a bit antithetical to the concept.
Yeah.
I think you're not allowed a certain puppy dog goofiness, and the Hemsworth brothers all kind of bring that in spades.
You don't think Chris Hemsworth is a zaddy?
I think it really depends on the role.
Yeah, okay, I agree. He's pretty goofy as Thor.
Yeah, exactly. Thor, I don't think is a zaddy.
No.
Hemsworth, maybe. I don't know. I don't know him, but
from the look of him.
From all the interviews, he's apparently perfect. So
Googling him, I see a ton of photos with him with no shirt on, and I say that's not zaddy.
Okay, wait.
Okay, is he too traditionally attractive then? Does that forbid you from being a zaddy?
I don't think that's part of it. I think fashionable. Well, it's the definition I'm looking at from Oxford Languages or whatever says who is fashionable or charismatic. So I think fashion or charisma is okay, because I do have to ask, what about animals? Non-human character.
So what, like Mufasa?
Or Scar? I think it is more of a vibe.
It's definitely a vibe.
Yeah.
I thought we could play a game.
Okay.
Each of us, in turn, lists a popular title or series or some other category. Then the other two of us try and pick someone that fits that category. So, someone could say Harry Potter. Then the rest of us could try and come up with various wizards or muggles that we think exemplify zaddy. And specifically, the zaddy of the question giver.
Okay, there's going to be a lot of Googling involved. I'm ready. Maybe.
Okay. Would anyone like to go first?
Star Wars.
Ooh. I mean, Han Solo.
We'll stick with live action Star Wars movies. Okay, that at least narrows it down.
Okay, Han Solo.
I didn't see. I thought about Star Wars. Is Han Solo a zaddy?
I don't think he is.
I think he is.
He's kind of goofy, though. I think
he's very down to earth when it matters, though. He's very practical. He would never joke about, say, gambling away the Millennium Falcon, which is maybe his other contender is Lando Calrissian.
Oh. Yes. I think that's more my zaddy.
I think it depends which Han's, because there's Empire Strikes Back Han Solo. I feel like that's a zaddy. But then you have
I don't know. I feel like he's a zaddy from the second you meet him in Mos Eisley.
Mos Eisley, I think he's a zaddy. But then you get
gunfights.
Look at a photo of him doing that shrug in Return of the Jedi after the Ewoks the stormtroopers. That's not a zaddy. That's he's all
it's possibly a very rational reaction to everything that happened in Return of the Jedi with the Ewoks.
That's very true.
I can't believe they just took over an Imperial garrison, and the only appropriate reaction is a shrug with a what?
Okay, this image of Harrison Ford as Han Solo, I would say that's yes, that is a zaddy.
For our audio-only listeners.
It's the older version, he's got the gray. I guess a lot of times I equate a silver fox to zaddy.
See, we're falling into daddy versus zaddy, but I do think he qualifies as zaddy for both.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't think old Harrison Ford's a zaddy.
I don't think he fits the category as much, but I still think he's there.
I feel like he's given up all pretense of fashion. He's just flying planes and having a great time. I think
he's also given up all pretense of moving beyond a desk.
That's true. This is true.
All right, fine. But Calrissian.
Yeah, Lando is a zaddy in every incarnation of himself.
Yeah.
The man has capes galore, and you know what? He works them.
He sure does. Okay, that's a good
Oh, the
one.
prequel Han Solo Lando, not a zaddy, but the actual real Lando definitely is zaddy.
Yeah, you're right. I do think he doesn't have the maturity in Solo.
No. Mhm.
Yeah, which is why like he has that weird thing with the droid.
That very weird thing with the droid.
Extremely emotionally non-committal.
I would say Jar Jar Binks is not a zaddy.
Wow. Wow. No one made you say that.
You said come up with a counterweight example.
Yeah, but ones that are like plausible.
Well, is Qui-Gon Jinn?
I mean, honestly, I think Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are kind of zaddies.
Yeah.
But does
I think
Qui-Gon
Obi-Wan.
have the charisma?
I think he does.
Yeah.
You can't rock that hairstyle without it.
I mean, that's a good point, but I spent a
Palpatine.
lot of time today thinking about this. Obi-Wan, I definitely think so, especially as we get into like episode 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I'm looking at a picture of Qui-Gon here with a little smirk on his face, and that's definitely very zaddy.
I mean, Qui-Gon is where Obi-Wan learned it all.
That's true.
I will say the thing that I did say, it's definitely not
And
the
he's
books.
smooth around princesses.
It's not the books. I haven't read the like novelization of the prequel. I haven't read the novelization of any of the Star Wars movies, so I am purely going off of the movies.
I think that's fine for Qui-Gon. I somewhat refuse to accept the novelizations of the prequels and beyond.
Oh, really?
Somewhat.
Okay.
I'm an old EU purist and I die hard. Speaking of people, oh no, I can't do deep cuts about EU novels. That will go nowhere.
You're
Not
keeping
until the
this
green
in.
team covers them. Subscribe now to enjoy.
Kip Duron, Zaddy, eventually.
Wait, who?
Kip Duron.
Kyptan.
You definitely
Oh.
meet him as like a child, but yes,
Oh.
Eventually.
angry.
Corin Horn.
These names.
He's the lead guy from iJedi, and he like a major part of that book is him infiltrating an Imperial remnant bit through his sex appeal.
I was not expecting those words to come next. Okay, all right, sounds good.
He tries to get in the good graces of the whip-wielding dominatrix who heads this pirate fleet. It's interesting.
The EU, without ever really getting explicit, is weirdly horny. I mean,
Yeah, it's where I learned the word quirt.
Moving on. Somebody else go.
did we choose for you who your zaddy is?
Lando. I think Lando is a good choice.
Cool.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson wins. I'll go. Malazan. And I'm just gonna say we have a surprise entry by Combat Wombat or Seth, and his is Anomander Rake, and we will insert it here. Editor Kip here. For the time being, we unfortunately don't have that audio file, but we will be inserting it when it becomes available.
You don't have to go Googling too much. You could maybe just Google pictures and go off of pictures because I don't want you to get spoiled, really.
Okay, I found a picture of this guy. He looks kind of like a zaddy, but not really, but he's a great name. So I'm going to say Whiskey Jack.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd say Whiskey Jack is probably a zaddy.
I would say that too.
Yeah.
These photos I'm seeing of him make him look, he has that bit of a smolder in his eyes with his gray beard.
I
He
mean,
does.
Yes. I want to say more, but I won't. Because spoilers.
If you want to hear them, you can check out the Green Team's coverage of Malazan. Subscribe now and enjoy.
I did not put him up to this.
If those two excellent choices are taken.
Oh man, these pictures of Anomander are.
Who's the fist who died just prior to the events of the series?
Oh.
Starts with a D.
Oh.
Right?
I know who you're talking about.
I mean, other option. Dasim Ultor.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I do imagine like Kaladin Brood might be.
I thought about him.
Yeah.
But he's too like overtly angry all the time.
He does have a big hammer.
He's got a very big hammer. He doesn't swing it very hard very often.
No.
And he broods a lot.
You know who's not a zaddy? Taehol.
Dujek one. Yes, agreed. 100%.
Taehol. I'm sorry, Mr. Anderson
Not
hasn't been
a
to-
zaddy.
I'm just
Not
nodding
a
along.
zaddy.
Yep.
Yes. Taehol's not a zaddy.
And as much as I want Ikarium to be one, he's not either.
No. I don't think Fiddler really would be a zaddy either.
He's too young.
Is he?
Fiddler's 12, right?
Fiddler is not 12.
He's the
Ooh.
spook of the bridge burners.
Kotang.
Ooh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm.
I pick pandas.
Kotang?
I pick Coltane. I pick Coltane.
Ooh, I think Malazan fans will be happy.
Yeah. He, as quintessential and eternal as Anomander's style is,
Yeah,
it's a little blah compared to Coltane's.
that's true. Coltane's got style. Like, he does
Yeah.
things with style. Animander's a little
conviction.
gloomy. Animander's more like Batman, you know? Broods a lot. Gloomy.
No, Anomander's a granddaddy.
Well, yeah. For sure.
Okay, you're up, Mr. Anderson. Pick a category.
I'm gonna say Saga.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Saga? The comics. I don't want to say any of the robots.
No, you don't think Prince Robot's a bit of a zaddy?
No.
Marco has terrible style.
Yeah, his dad has better style.
Mm.
Isn't his dad? Didn't he sew? Oh, if I
I
remember
believe he
correctly.
did.
Bar. He's an armorer.
Oh,
Bar
yeah,
was
yeah.
an armorer. Yeah.
Not Oswald Heist. I don't think he was a zaddy.
You wore like bathrobes all the time. Is that not zaddy enough?
No.
You know what? I think Goose turns into a zaddy.
Goose.
What?
Yeah. I
What?
think when he starts to get serious, I think he turns into a zaddy.
When he gets all like protective of the
Yeah.
kids on the.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know if I can agree. I can't take. He's so cute. I can't. No.
You see him with a shotgun and
But he's still
Zaddy.
so cute.
He almost has more like zaddy attitude than zaddy looks.
Yeah,
he's got confidence, conviction. Nobody hates him on sight.
that's true. If you did, well, you're evil. Not the Will. You don't think the Will?
I mean, the Will when?
Or the Brand? Oh, the Brand is.
The Will before he got like incredibly traumatized, but like when was that?
Yeah. That's true.
He's been traumatized the entire series.
Yeah.
Less traumatized. Book one, Will.
Book
Mr.
negative one.
Anderson,
Will.
does Goose really do it for you?
I had someone else in mind, but
Okay, you have someone else. Okay.
I guess I have to go by what you two say. So
You got to pick between us.
Wait. Well, I haven't really said. Is it Hector? Wait, what does he look like again? Oh no, wait, that's female.
Yeah, no.
Oh no, wait, is that the trans one?
I don't think so.
No.
No. Hector is the guitarist, like blue-faced with beaver-like teeth.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, but you are right. Who is that on the cover of Volume 10?
Their name.
oh that guy.
Nope, it's definitely not that one. Oh, wait, Mr. Anderson, are you thinking of? It's like one of the journalists or photographer. It would be the journalist.
Upshurndoff?
Okay, by the fact that he has to look it up, it's a no.
Yeah, I feel like they weren't mature enough to be zaddies. But...
Okay, all right. Then is it Special Agent Gale?
Gale with the wing? Is that
With
you
wings.
locking that in?
I'm locking that in.
Yes. Okay, between the two of you, I have to go with Gale over Goose. I'm
What?
sorry, man.
What? Oh,
He is too silly. I'm sorry. He wears his little fishing overalls.
He's so cute.
Special Agent Gale is too much of a twink.
Yeah. I was definitely thinking Bar, Marco's dad.
Okay.
The whole flower thing and the
my
making
gun.
stuff.
Yeah.
I did think the Will, but we'd only get like 2 books of like Zaddy Will before we get like serial killer scary Will, so.
I'm sorry. We both did not give you very good options to pick from. Bar is much better.
You mentioned him. I thought someone was going to say that. You went with Goose instead.
Yes. All right.
He leans a little bit too much into just daddy for me.
Maybe, but
Well,
no, I think he's
say
got flair.
You can be both, but I don't know.
surprisingly, Saga doesn't have that many great options.
I had Bar. Early the
Saga
Well.
does not have unflawed characters.
Yeah.
Well, yes, which is one of the strengths of the series.
Yeah. Okay. Panda, I think you're up next.
Okay, I had a whole list, so let me just refresh my memory here. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go Disney animated.
Okay.
And we'll do not human. And you can't say
Non-human.
Mufasa or Scar because we already talked about those already.
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. Oh.
Is he a zaddy?
I think so.
What else you got?
I feel like he's a zaddy. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but
He's got the iconic hat. He's got the green fit. He's got a sash on. I don't know. Seems pretty sartorially peak to me.
I think the question is he mature enough to really count as a zaddy? And I kind of feel like he is, but
I mean, he's running the economy of the kingdom at this point, right? He's completely reformed.
Well, that does not mean maturity, you know.
The system of taxation. Who else? Oh, Bubbles. Cobra Bubbles.
Okay, but he's human, right?
Yeah, I forgot non-human.
Yes. But for if we were going with human, I would agree.
So one thing that came to mind was the chief of police from Zootopia.
Oh.
Forget his name, but I feel like he had that kind of swagger to him.
I don't know if he did until the final musical number.
I think my answer has got to be Tramp from Lady and the Tramp.
Ooh.
Oh.
He's got that kind of bad boy kind of swagger to him.
Yeah.
And very chaotically styled fur. I feel like
he
that
does,
yeah. Yeah.
He's not got traditional style. He's got his own style.
Yeah. He's hip.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
Oh, okay. This is strong competition.
I did not just type Disney hot non-human characters.
It's not hot. It's different. It's really weird how quickly it auto-corrected to that too.
If Bagheera from the Jungle Book wasn't so neurotic, I could put him in.
Yes.
Because he doesn't have the confidence, at least not often enough. Oh, King Louie.
King Louie? From the Jungle Book?
Yep.
Where does the definition go?
He's got the swag. He might not have the attraction for everybody, but I think he's got the swag. I can do better. Non-human. Screwing me up.
Yeah.
Just going through.
What do you mean by non-human?
Nobody from Puff the Magic Dragon. Nobody from Fox and the Hound. Nobody.
And it doesn't have to be 2D. It could be.
Doesn't have to be 2D. Okay.
Yeah.
Something like the frog prince from Princess and the Frog. I think he's got a bit of. No.
I mean, that's a human. That's a human who's temporarily a frog, right?
Form, still not. What is this? I do have one in mind, and I'm trying to remember his name.
I'm just gonna get a list of Disney animated movies.
What's his name?
Oh, from the Cars movie, Doc Hudson.
Yeah, the sheriff guy.
Oh.
He's got that cool paint job. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a former racer, and he's been around the block. And shows Lightning McQueen how to be a mature and responsible adult, and also how to steer through corners, how to drift through corners.
That is a pretty strong contender. I've got to say, yes. I totally forgot, but yes.
How's that for non-human?
That is you understood the assignment that time. Okay, so between Doc Hudson and what was the other one you said?
Tramp.
Can you say something?
Tramp.
I said that's my official pick is Tramp.
I gotta pick Doc.
Yes.
The fact that I even forgot about Tramp.
Oh, poor Tramp.
I know. I'm sorry. But I was also looking at that main saber-toothed tiger from Ice Age. Is that no? That's DreamWorks. That's not Disney.
Yeah.
Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
it's DreamWorks.
Now who doesn't understand the assignment?
Yeah, I know. That's me.
I mean, let's go DreamWorks then.
DreamWorks. Is that what you're gonna pick?
And there is a correct answer here.
Is this human or non-human, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Don't care.
Doesn't matter. Ooh, wait. Well, it's not Poe from Kung Fu Panda. Doubt it's anybody from Madagascar. Are you gonna pick like Moses from Prince of Egypt?
Does DreamWorks have a Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat?
Wait, does he?
No, that was not my intent.
Oh, okay. Wait, is it animated? Are we going with animated?
DreamWorks
Animated's
is only
fine,
animated.
and it is the one I'm thinking of. DreamWorks
Okay.
is not only animated.
Oh, isn't it?
It's not.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
DreamWorks made Mouse Hunt.
Well, there
Really?
you have it. There's a movie I haven't thought about in 30 years, probably.
It's not gonna be like Toothless. About to take your
No, it's not Toothless. Jeez.
Or Shrek. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna say it's Puss in Boots.
Ooh, good
Puss in
call,
Boots.
Mr.
Oh, that's the one
Anderson.
you were thinking of.
Not the one I was thinking of.
Okay, well.
I kind of want to say Gobber the Belch because he was voiced by Craig Ferguson, but he's definitely not a zaddy. So I'm going to go with what's the name? Humperdinck from Shrek? Farquaad. Humperdinck is from the other one.
What? You're going with Farquaad? Is that your final answer?
Why not? He's got style. He's got charisma.
Attractive.
He's got charisma. It said attractive or charisma.
No, it's a fashionable or charisma.
Oh,
no.
They should be
Yeah.
attractive. You might want to change your answer.
Nah, I'm sticking with it.
Cool,
But-
Panda wins.
Okay. Yay. It turns out that there is a Joseph King of Dreams movie by DreamWorks.
Oh, really? By DreamWorks. Hey,
There
crazy.
you go. All right, who were you thinking of?
So I was thinking of Dimitri or Vlad from Anastasia.
Is that DreamWorks? I knew it wasn't Disney, although it says where to watch Disney Plus. No, it's a Century Fox, a 20th Century Fox.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was DreamWorks. Okay, I'm wrong. So my
Okay.
real answer was...
Your real answer is Puss in Boots.
Yes, my real answer is Puss in Boots.
I'm looking at these list of DreamWorks movies. I've seen like none of them.
Really? You've never seen the Madagascar movies?
Madagascar I've seen.
Or like the Kung Fu Panda?
Spirit Stallion of the
Oh my god, so good.
Cimmerian?
You
Spirit
saw
Untamed?
Shrek.
What is it?
That's a Hans Zimmer soundtrack movie. Are you kidding me?
I mean,
With Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams and not as good as Hans Zimmer, but still pretty good. It was an experimental movie where like the animals don't talk.
Okay.
wait, Spirit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All of their emotions are portrayed through facial expressions and the soundtrack.
Oh. There was a like Quest for Camelot movie.
I mean, okay, King Arthur. That's the real answer there.
But it was a musical, animated.
Yeah, it's called Quest for Camelot. And it has Pierce Brosnan singing in it.
Wait, really?
Yep, and
sings?
it's also where the prayer came from. Celine Dion was on that soundtrack.
Oh my god. Okay.
And it's how Josh Groban got his start.
I love that movie growing
It's a
up.
very important movie. I performed to one of the songs in a talent show at summer camp.
Is there like evidence?
Somewhere, none of you will find it.
Well, people of the internet.
I think I did somersaults.
What?
I was young.
Okay. Well, this is really a stacked cast. Jane Seymour, Eric Idle, Gary Oldman, Carrie Elwes. Yeah, dang.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, memory lane.
And Andrea Bocelli being unable to perform the title song at a concert, The Prayer,
Yes.
led to Josh Groban replacing him for a night, and the rest
Being
is history.
discovered. Yay! That part I knew. I didn't realize that song was attached to
Oh, yeah.
movie.
Great soundtrack, except for the Dragon song. I hate comedy numbers. I hate most comedy numbers. Mr. Anderson, your turn for a category.
I'm going to go with Michael Crichton novels.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay,
Ooh.
does this mean we can't do like the film adaptations of the novels? We just have to go by the novels, or are the film adaptations?
The characters in the novels.
What's his face from Jurassic Park? The main dude.
Oh, not Dr. Ian Malcolm?
Not
Alan Grant?
Yes, Alan Grant.
Definitely not a zaddy in the books.
Oh, okay.
No.
He's like a crusty outdoorsman in the books.
Yep.
Okay.
Movies, definitely, but
Yeah,
Ooh.
Hammond.
Hammond.
Is he younger in the book?
I don't think so, but I think he's got the charisma.
He's got the swag.
Yeah.
I mean, he convinced all the venture capital.
That is a great point. There is a book I'm thinking of. What's his name though? Okay. Have you ever read The Great Train Robbery by Michael Crichton?
I definitely
have
have,
not.
Okay. Because the main character is a thief named Edward Pierce. And I believe he is described as charismatic, suave. And this is also like Victorian era setting.
I do like
Professional burglar who poses as a gentleman amongst his upper class acquaintances.
I like John Hammond as an answer. I did not think of that, but I was definitely thinking of Edward Pierce from The Great Train Robbery.
Seriously?
I always imagine him as being like this super dapper, kind of middle-aged guy going around. Yeah.
Wow. Go Panda. Go Panda.
Although, but are you actually going with Dr. Hammond?
No, I'm going with Edward Pierce.
Oh, okay.
I was also thinking of the guys from Sphere, Norman Johnson.
No,
I was imagining he had quite a bit of flair to him.
I forget.
Panda.
Oh, yes.
Let's do one more category, but this time let's make it just books.
Okay, just books. Okay, what about like a type of character rather than a specific fandom? Is that okay?
A type of character? Sure, if that makes it easier.
Okay, let's go with vampires. Vampires in books.
Ooh, Carlisle Cullen.
He does come to mind. I mean, this is hard because there's so many different versions
So
to
many
choose
different
from.
vampires. Yes.
Yeah,
And so many different versions of Dracula.
I know.
Who I think qualifies as a zaddy in most of them.
You know, that's the thing. Well, see, like, could you imagine Pedro Pascal as a vampire? Like,
It's a little weird when you get into the whole like mind control thing. It does seem to obviate some of the issues, which is why I chose a Twilight vampire who doesn't have that issue.
I don't think you've read this. I gotta go with Regis from the Witcher series.
oh, when do they pop up? I've read the first.
I think he was part of the novels.
Okay.
He was a vampire. He definitely had that kind of old vampire like fashion to him.
Oh, apparently Lawrence Fishburne.
I don't think anyone in the Witcher universe maintains zaddy status on the road.
He's not on the road much. He kind of turns into a bat and flies ahead and then shows up at pivotal plot moments. Occasionally with a bit of gore around him after he ate somebody. But that's...
Yeah, see, he's a bit of a field vampire, I'm going to say.
I see. I think I'm going to have to go with Carlisle.
The one with the car garage.
He's got a lot of hallmarks of, zaddy.
Yeah, the one who only wears designer Italian suits.
Yeah. Well, they can afford it, of course.
Yeah, being rich certainly helps.
And being, like, not able to die, you can just live
Compound
forever.
interest. You gotta pay that death
could
tax
die,
eventually somehow, but yeah.
They can be killed, but not natural death. All right.
Okay. Then I will go with mage.
Mage. I am not typing hot male mage characters in books. Oh my.
Safe search on?
I believe so. So many to choose from. Okay, but this is only in books.
Yes.
Okay. See, this gets harder because we've all read so many different things.
Is he a zaddy? This is the real question.
I know.
One that came to mind was Hal from Hal's Moving Castle, the book.
Ooh.
I think he's on the edge of zaddiness.
I mean,
He's a little
maturity is not
immature,
really...
I think in the book he kind of straddles, like, sometimes he's becoming mature, but he's not quite there yet.
He's a twink turning into a twunk.
It's a twonk.
It's a twink who's a hunk. But not a twasn't or a twirnt.
My goodness, I'm learning so much today.
I feel like I need a chart right now.
Okay, I'm just gonna go with like more familiar territory, and I'm gonna say like Lupin from Harry Potter. Does he count as? I mean, mages, wizards, right? Is there a difference?
Yeah, absolutely, sure.
Lupin.
Another one I was thinking of would have been Saruman.
Ooh,
Saruman.
Definitely
Really?
mature.
That's debatable.
Is he a
by
zaddy?
standards.
He's got his.
Does he really have fashion or charisma?
Does he really have maturity if he falls to the dark?
I mean,
have you read the books? He has a whole thing.
The dark can be enticing.
He set out to stop the dark and was consumed. He's a tragic character.
Okay.
I just don't know about the charisma.
If you can barely convince Pippin, what are you doing?
I don't know. I can't really think of a good wizard zaddy.
Really? I feel like so many of them are. And I've got a great one from Harry Potter.
You do? Okay, and it's not Lupin?
Because when I was thinking about Harry Potter, I was thinking maybe Lucius Malfoy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's controversial. Not who I was
I
thinking.
know, that's why I wasn't going to bring it up, but I guess that's my answer now.
Now you
Lucius
did.
Malfoy.
Now
there's so many fanfics written about him.
I mean, not
I think
surprised.
until he becomes all like, until Voldemort comes back and becomes all weak, I think he's more of a zaddy in like the beginning of the series.
I mean, in Pure Blood Society, he sure is.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you're not going to say Voldemort.
You just have to be able to stomach the like wizard racism, and I don't know.
Are you going to say Sirius?
I was not. No.
Okay.
I think there's someone much better.
I don't think he's a zaddy.
I agree.
Much better.
I think he was a zaddy. We just never see it in the series.
That could be true, yeah.
Okay. It's like younger Dumbledore.
No, again, I think he was a twink. But middle-aged Dumbledore, yeah, I can see that for sure. Though, like in Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stick with my Lupin pick.
Okay. Kingsley Shacklebolt.
Oh God.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I just remember who.
I like how we were the prompt was random mages and we all ended up at Harry Potter.
Well, it's easier.
I guess that's where all the zaddies live, so.
No, it's just where common denominators live.
Yeah.
So what were your choices again? We had Lupin versus
Malfoy. Lucius Malfoy.
Oof. I think I'm gonna have to go with Malfoy on this one.
I'm fine with that. Yeah. That's fine. I can't argue with that.
Lupin was always kind of written as like unassuming and like kind of being dragged
like
along by the other miscreants.
All right.
The shabby seemed to be something of his later years. Might not have been there necessarily, but
I mean, after he became werewolf.
But he was always a little mousy.
No, that's Pettigrew.
Well, he was a lot mousy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Mr. Anderson, bring us home.
Author.
Eddie
authors. Yes.
Ooh. I mean, Pierce Brown.
I knew you were going to say that.
Ooh. Do they have to be science fiction fantasy?
No. Go crazy.
No? Okay.
It's the last prompt, Go nuts.
Oscar Wilde.
Oscar Wilde.
Ooh.
I think he's more of a zaddy than Pierce Brown.
Hold on.
Are you going to pull from your vast collection of photos of Pierce Brown to show us?
No, I don't have a vast collection. I don't have a collection. Well, actually, I have met him a couple times, but no.
It's okay. My other answer would be Walt Whitman.
Was he a zaddy?
Walt Whitman, I'm seeing a very impressive beard. Actually, Walt Whitman, yeah, I can see that.
Really?
Yeah, most photos of Walt Whitman are of him in his old age. You should see some of the younger drawings.
I found a few. He aged well, I think.
I think he looks
the beard helps a lot.
Than a younger man.
Yep.
Okay, not my definition of zaddy, but okay.
Yeah, I gotta give it to Oscar Wilde. Pierce Brown has the attractiveness, but I've never met him like some people here. But I don't see the swag in these photos I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of like
There's so much swag in
denim
Wild,
shirts.
though.
Wilde has the
Yeah.
Don't
swag.
see the
He's got.
swag.
Wild has a
I mean,
cane
I don't
I'm
know. I
looking
think
at Oscar Wilde in like a cape and things. I mean,
and like
it's
velvet jackets.
yeah.
okay, come on. You don't see the swag in this? Hold on. Where's
Are you
this
gonna send
chat?
another picture?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying he's very attractive, but he's sitting here in like a t-shirt, ripped jeans, and his dog. That's not Zaddy.
Like this.
That's my
Eh,
friend Steve.
yeah, that's friend Steve.
Yeah. No, I gotta go with Oscar Wilde.
Alright, I can't argue with Oscar Wilde.
If Pierce Brown was in his leather jacket that he wears in his author's photo all the time, then maybe.
In like 10 years, let's talk
But
about
he's
Pierce
not.
Brown again, and then maybe.
Listeners, you can chime in the wherever you're listening to and they have comments.
Maybe we are maligning the t-shirt a little bit too much, but I'm fine with that personally.
I think it's a fine look. I don't think it's a zaddy look.
No.
Fair. Are we gonna cover some comments from our lovely
I
Discord
think we
community?
are. Yes. Let us go to listener questions. We have so many. From Stormrunner. Will anyone dare to list any characters from A Crown of Thorns and Roses? They're all fairies, so they're immortal, canonically attractive, magical, and probably wealthy, so they count. If so, how toxic do you like your relationships on a scale of 1 to Reese?
It's a Court of Thorns and Roses, but
Okay.
I do have a character in mind. I just need to double check that this character is in there. Yes, okay, I have a character. I've only read the first book, and Mr. Anderson has only read the first book because we read it together, and we do have an episode on it.
Subscribe now to enjoy.
I'd say Lucian is how you pronounce
Okay.
it. And that is the, if you think of like whatever his name is as the main male character,
Okay.
Tamlin, Lucian is like his first mate,
Okay. I have not read Akotar, but I will say that there are more qualifications to Zaddy than just being attractive, magical, and wealthy. Those all certainly help, but
Yes, agreed.
I was thinking, because I was thinking about like elves and things. Are they zaddies? Like if you're that kind of immortal, forever young type of thing, does that make you does that kind of preclude you from zaddiness?
Elrond wasn't.
That's what I was thinking. Like he wasn't really a zaddy.
No.
Ooh, but you know who was? The Galadriel's husband.
Celeborn?
Yeah.
If we never see him though.
Well, I've only seen the movies, and there was like one scene with him, right?
Yeah. Okay.
He's in the background, standing behind Galadriel at one point.
I don't think he's characterized enough.
Okay, fair.
So I guess I don't know. Like I clearly didn't bring up Akator in the before the question. So
okay. We have a question from Seth touching on Lord of the Rings. Is Aragorn a zaddy? And I have to say, unquestionably, yes.
Really?
Oh,
Yep.
I was thinking no.
I was thinking no.
Until the end, until he's crowned, I think he's kind of scruffy.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have scruff if you have the attraction and the charisma. He got a beautiful immortal elf woman to fall in love with him.
He did.
Fair.
Yeah, now I'm looking at some of these photos and okay, maybe I'm coming around to the zaddiness.
I really don't think Viggo Mortensen could go otherwise. Really?
Alright, I'm sold.
Yeah, I get particularly movie Aragon. I'll allow it.
Sure. I do think that movie Aragorn is probably a fashion improvement upon book Aragorn.
Probably.
And a scruffiness improvement as well.
I mean, if Tolkien were alive today and we had the privilege of having this conversation with him, I don't necessarily think he would agree that Aragorn is a zaddy, but he
would spend
not.
2.5 hours berating us for the word zaddy. The terrible use of the language. We come up with 8 better terms with it for it.
In that case, Smaug. Like, Smog would probably be a zaddy.
I don't know. Was he described as particularly beautiful
I
or
mean, aren't
attractive?
dragons very narcissistic and like they
Sure,
really take care of
sure.
their appearance and
He spent
yeah.
like a couple centuries living alone under a mountain. I don't think he looked his best when we see him in The Hobbit.
I agree.
But does he have the charisma?
Stormrunner also asks if anyone wouldn't say rake, and I think we've covered that.
Yes. I mean, even photos that Mr. Anderson saw,
Yep.
he already said yes.
They also ask about Lan from Wheel of Time.
I cannot answer.
Wheel of Time.
I think yes.
The problem is, at least as far as I've read in the books, he has no charisma. He's all quiet and stony. That's his whole character.
He's quiet and stony, but the Emmenfield boys are still like super impressed by him.
That's true, yeah.
He's apparently an onion.
And like Nynaeve is talking to him from book 1.
Yeah, but let's not talk about like interpersonal relationships in A Wheel of Time because
And he's supposedly like this top warder that all the sisters in the White Tower wish they had.
okay. You know what? He might have charisma, but I think he's got the style. I think he's got the attractiveness, so I'll allow it.
He wears the traditional clothing of his people,
Mm-hmm.
rocking a headband, which is not easy, and a long ponytail.
A long ponytail. Hard
Well,
to pull that off, and everyone seems to love him, so.
Yeah, especially in
he's
combat.
a highly complex character described as an onion because of his many layers. That's all I got.
We have a Malazan question here, and I think Panda, you're the most qualified to answer this.
Oh dear.
From Sun Gamer, is Draconis a zaddy?
Oh, I was kidding about this in the chat. I think in his dragon form, he probably is.
Okay, I believe that.
And that I would say that's not a spoiler. His name is literally Draconis, so
Yep.
yes.
Sun Gamer also gives us the question: if the Iliad is the precursor to all Western literature, who is the zaddy in the Iliad?
Hector. I think Hector or Achilles, but Hector more.
I think Hector, and if we're not going to go with Hector, I think it's Odysseus.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
This is harder to find random photos for to judge appropriately.
Just look for the movie Troy.
But from what I remember of the Iliad, I'd probably go with Hector.
I think you could make an argument maybe for Menelaus.
Yeah.
But probably not Agamemnon.
I mean, he might have the looks, but I think he's a beep. Yeah.
I don't know many people in the Iliad or Odyssey who actually like Agamemnon.
They kind of just put up with him.
His charisma like works for wrangling together a large group of Greeks, but it does not work in getting any of them to particularly like him.
Yeah, I agree. Hector.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Hector. I found a nice photo of a pottery with him on it. He looks very zaddy in it, so.
You found a photo of it. Nat asks, what name doesn't fit a zaddy?
I was gonna say Hector. I don't know.
No.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
Jar Jar Binks.
Chad. There's no zaddy named Chad.
No zaddy named Chad?
No.
What about Chadwick, though?
Chadwick could be a zaddy, but not Chad.
Okay.
Or Bob. There's no zaddy out there who goes by Bob.
Yeah.
A Robert, perhaps, but not a Bob.
Wow. Okay.
Now I'm just gonna look up, like, male names.
I could see a zaddy who's a Lindsay. I could see...
Huh.
I think the confidence can really pull in a whole bunch of names, unless they're like swears in English. You occasionally run into those names, like in Japanese or something.
That is unfortunate. Or like people just liking. There's actually this thing on social media where it's like, I like the sound of these words, and if these words didn't have the meaning that they had, they would make good like baby names. And there's like chlamydia, you know, like it sounds nice.
I think that's a disqualifying name for sure.
Chlamydia. Anyway. I don't remember. It was these two girls who made the video.
Maybe Craig?
You don't think Craig? What about what's his face?
I don't think you can have the same name as a Discord recording robot.
Tell that to what's his name? Craig.
I'm sorry, but I think Craig Ferguson is absolutely a zaddy.
Oh wait, I was thinking Daniel Craig, but that's his last name.
Last names are different.
Yeah.
Hortense.
Hortense. Okay, yeah. That's just like an unfortunate name. I don't know what the like meaning of the name is.
Apple.
Like Apple could be
Pear.
Drake.
No, Drake is a great name.
No.
It's a great name. It's a subspecies of dragon. It is a great name.
It's sullied.
It has been sullied. But it will rise again.
Okay. A better Drake, please come and replace the one we know.
Preferably with a breath of fire. Okay.
I don't know,
let's move on from names.
What's that song? Jingleheimer Schmidt?
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yeah,
his name is my name too. Whenever I go out, the people always out. There goes John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
I might have triggered some people.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on.
D asks, who is this Stan, and is he another of these Zaddies? And I would say that Stan is from the Eminem music video. And no, absolutely not.
Wait, there's that Stan, what's his face? Who's
Stanley Tucci?
No. Winter Soldier?
Sebastian Stan?
Oh, dang it, that's his last name. Gosh darn it. Okay, fine. Ignore me. I did joke on Discord, like, if it's Uncle Stan from Gravity Falls, then hell no.
How do we feel about Stanley Tucci?
I don't think that's a zaddy.
I don't either. I think he could be in some of his roles, but I don't think he... actually, no, I think he is.
No. I gotta go with no.
Okay.
Again, based solely on photos, but...
Yeah, but you can't do it solely on photos. You got to take his charisma into account. I think he's got a bunch of it. And his sartorial choices are on point.
Okay, I was thinking like the Hunger Games.
You've seen his vests?
But see, here's the thing.
Seen his best.
A lot of these people have stylists, so that's like cheating.
That's true. That's absolutely true. But some of them have stylists and were in The Devil Wears Prada.
Yes. Okay, I could be convinced that Stanley Tucci is a zaddy.
Okay. Sungamer also asks, what are the best plots for Zaddies? Bit of a serious question here.
There's a lot of romance books focused around zaddies, and I think it's like rich billionaire and like, falls in love with humble girl, and I think I'm just describing 50 Shades of Grey. Oops.
I agree that they make ideal romantic interests.
Yeah.
Especially for romance books.
I was thinking like the Wolf and Cub story.
The Wolf and Cub?
The what?
The Wolf and Cub? Like where the zaddy is protecting the child as they go through some dangerous environment.
Oh.
Okay.
I like that better.
I think they also make excellent hidden villains.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree.
And also just general mentors.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, definitely.
What about like
Tom Marilyn from Wheel of Time?
Mm-hmm.
Marilyn.
That's definitely
Marilyn,
zaddy,
however
yes.
you want to say it. Yeah.
The audiobook says Marilyn, so...
What about like characters who are in power, like a king or an emperor? Would that make a good plot?
I think they do better as an advisor to said emperor.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a like a sibling or a confidant or advisor or chamberlain, majordomo, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just keep thinking of Pedro Pascal.
Wolf and Cub.
Yeah, that is true.
Little baby Grogu, right?
Grogu and the little girl.
Baby Grogu, baby Ellie.
Yeah.
What was that one?
Baby Stark.
What else you got?
Okay. We have a couple more, is this person a zaddy or not? Oh, and we have from Wombat, why do I dream about Henry Cavill?
What?
I mean,
what's wrong
that's
with that?
for you to explore on your own. We don't need to hear about it.
It's the hair and the bone structure. I don't have better words.
I think also the personality. Because
Sure.
I think it like shines through. Like he really is a dork and a nerd, but he's got that charisma. He's got that attractiveness.
He's also very decisive.
Yeah. Do you know him personally?
No, no, but he doesn't take roles where he's not.
Mm.
Or if he is indecisive, he's all like grim and Aragorn style attractive about it, and he's like brooding, very I don't know. His angst, it comes with the scent of cigars.
That's a great
Oh.
name for an autobiography, by the way.
Pitch it.
We also have Dalinar from the
Oh.
Cosmere from Stormlight
Oh.
Archive. And
can't.
I'm 100% on Dalinar is a zaddy. He has a jacked body, one of the best combatants in the Stormlight Archive. He says what he means, does what he says. He's got 2 kids and seems to have raised them pretty well-ish. Stormrunner also asks how toxic Dalinar is as a zaddy. Same question from Akotar.
So I don't know anything about this, but based on photos, definitely a zaddy. Don't know how toxic, but he looks kind of like he has that emo streak about him.
He's known as the Blackthorn, and he has a very characteristic way of painting his special shard plate armor.
He has
He used to
zaddy
paint.
aura.
He used to paint it all black, but now he grinds it down.
Nice.
I think he's got zaddy aura.
Definitely zaddy, probably toxic.
Oh, and people are always afraid about him stealing their women.
Oh, well, you should have led with that. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he does. It means they're afraid of it because of the zaddy energy. So it's
Yeah.
Yeah, and he forcibly conscripts his personal guard from the people that he defeats. He will see an excellent soldier across the battlefield, like go to them and be like, "Work for me or die."
I don't know if that's very zaddy of him.
Is he successful?
But he'll do it by like, "Oh hey, like you see these 3 arrows in my chest? That was great marksmanship. I want you on my side." He'll just like stand there bleeding out,
That's great persuasion.
not caring.
Also seems immortal.
Great pain tolerance.
As long as that plot armor holds, I guess.
And have either of you read the Locked Tomb series?
Mr. Anderson has,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Gideon the Ninth and
Okay. We have
I
a
have-
question from Stormrunner about John from the Locked Tomb. Is he a zaddy?
I think it's a tough
I think
question.
so. I think he
think
is.
so. Yeah, I don't. There's something off about him, which I suppose is like his whole character. But I think I have to go with he is a zaddy. He's got the charisma.
He's attractive. He's charismatic. And spoilers for Locked Tomb. I'll bleep this bit out. But he was seeking
Yeah.
and getting it through strength of character.
Is it this guy? Because
And he found like a ring of apostles who like joined him essentially.
And then it got weird.
And then it got weird. Yeah.
That is him, although that's never how I pictured him. Ever.
That's not how
Yeah.
I picture him either.
okay, because that picture does not do him justice.
No. John Gaius. Yeah. I think he's a zaddy.
Yeah.
Okay, going back to questions. We're pretty much done with the questions, except Nat asked us to talk about Abercrombie zaddies.
I think that's all you, because I haven't read it, and I don't think
Costa. Costa is the zaddy of Abercrombie.
is that Kosta.
C.
See, Nicomo Koska.
Yep.
And really?
Nicomo Koska.
I don't know.
Sorry, Koska. Yeah. I'm not saying that he is at all points, but he has a level of charisma, and he's kind of like a pirate lord and scoundrel.
I mean, I haven't read the book, so I don't know how he's described. But the fan art.
I think the fan art does him an injustice.
Okay.
Because he has a flamboyant dress. But I do think that a lot of his zaddiness is a bit of a front.
I mean, I think that's okay.
And if you're going to address cowardice at the core of a character, then I'm not sure that he qualifies. And then I have to start casting a little bit wider, and then I'd maybe go to Major West.
Major West. Okay, that's better. I feel like Major West.
Toxicity level has risen a bit, though.
Yeah, well, okay. They can't all be, Pedro. Our pal Pedro.
If you want your toxicity level to rise even further, you can go with Bayaz.
Bayaz. Oh, interesting.
Bayaz is excellent at getting people to respect him from the jump. A lot of it comes from his cachet as like the last surviving apprentice of some great wizards, but whatever.
Sure.
But yeah, he's got the confidence, he's got the swagger. He's very comfortable with nudity, which is a weird point in some of the books.
Okay. That's a selling point.
I mean, I think that being able to conduct yourself in a public bathing environment with nonchalance and swagger is zaddy energy.
All right. Cool.
You can't be awkward.
Well, no. If you're awkward, that's immediately an unzaddable
Exactly.
offense.
Exactly.
Yeah. You gotta be a bit confident in yourself.
Yeah. That's basically all of our questions here. And I think we've done a pretty good job talking about the zaddies of science fiction and fantasy. If you had to pick a favorite out of all the zaddies that we've mentioned, and we haven't, who would you pick for zaddy? For your personal exemplar? And let's keep this to books.
$2. I mean, I gotta go with Edward Pierce.
Oh, but
Okay.
that's what I was going to go with.
Oh, you can go with that too.
Though I don't know, John? Well, I'll stick with Edward Pierce. I always imagine just having this like dapper Victorian little guy going around, conning everybody.
Yeah. I mean, we talked a lot about non-book zaddies.
Oh,
so.
and Edward Pierce was portrayed by John Connery in the movie, Sean Connery in the movie. And if that's not a zaddy, then who is?
Okay. I'm going to pick Anafiel Delaunay from Cushiel's Dart.
Hey, you picked that we haven't even talked about.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, for rules.
I said any example that we've talked about and any one that we haven't, just from books.
I see. Okay, all right.
I was clear. He leans a little bit towards fop, I think. But just a little bit, just the tiniest little hint.
What is FOP?
Like,
Fraternal Order of Police.
No, it's
foolish or silly person.
Exactly it, with a tinge of clown. Exactly.
Okay, man, learning all sorts of things today.
Sorry, Cushiel just puts me in the tone of mind which leads towards like fop.
That's fine.
Same with Robin Hobb. And if we were going to go with Zaddy Energy and Robin Hobb, I'm going to have to pick Brashen.
Which series is that from?
Live Ships. Though, actually, I might pick Kennet before Brashen, also from Live Ships. Kennet is a pirate lord.
On his Robin Hobb fandom wiki page, Kennet has some very nice facial hair.
Oh yeah, no, he's a pirate lord.
This fits.
Yep.
Yes.
Of course, like all Hobb characters, he has some negative things that happen to him in his life.
Of course.
Which might cut down on his physical attraction levels, but might also increase them. It depends who you are and what you respect.
How do you feel about disfiguring facial scars?
How do we feel about disfiguring facial scars?
I think it depends on how much and how you carry yourself.
Yeah, from like say.
Yeah, it depends on how you carry yourself.
It absolutely does, and Zaddy Energy helps. Does anyone have any closing thoughts?
This episode has been very much about nothing. You're welcome.
It's been about more than that quiz episode that we did.
That one was really like, we need an episode. What can we do? Totally winging it. This one at least had some structure.
This one, at least, people like really wanted to do.
Yes, that's true.
By people, I mean me. I thought it'd be hilarious to do a joke episode. And you know what? I've had a lot of fun. So thank you, both of you, for making this happen.
Thank you.
This was a lot of fun. I've learned so much more about zaddies than I thought I would ever learn in my lifetime. It's been quite an experience.
Well, it's been 8 years since the word was coined, apparently. So
the real question is, do the listeners know what zaddy means now? Or are they more confused than ever?
Please let us know. That'll be in the Spotify poll, yes?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today. We've been the Legendarium Green Team. We'd like to thank Craig for loaning us this corner of his media empire and Horizon Brave for getting it all started. Our intro and outro music is Galactic Damages by the Jingle Punks. Thanks, everybody. You can reach us on Discord. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my goodness.